Today I want to talk to you about looseness. Now you've probably been told that you need to be very loose when you play tennis and that the pros are very loose. And it is true that the pros are loose and they get a lot of loose energy. But how loose should you be and how do you actually get loose? That's what we want to talk about today. Now first I want to mention though, if you're making changes to your technique, it is actually okay and absolutely normal to be a little bit tight, because you're recruiting different muscles, and when you're recruiting different muscles and changing your technique, you're automatically going to be a little bit tight. Now, once you've gotten used to the changes, however, and the end goal is always to be loose, okay? So what's the best way to get loose? Now, the best way I know is what's called the looseness dial, and this is a concept from Jeff Greenwald, who we did a course with a couple of months ago called Play Out of Your Mind. And basically with the looseness dial, you're going to put your hand out like this, okay, and you're going to squeeze your fist, and on a scale of 1 to 10, if you squeeze as hard as you can and your arm is super tight, okay, so that's a 10, and then you go down and you release the fist a little bit, that arm gets looser and looser, so 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then you can go all the way down to 1, and that's where the arm is as loose as it can possibly be, okay? So the optimal level that I found, and that's also what Jeff Greenwald recommends, is around 3 or 4 on the looseness dial, okay? So you want to get a feel for that. That 3 or 4 tension level in your arm, that's usually optimal for you to hit the tennis ball. And then when you play, you can go out and you can recall that feeling, especially when you have a tendency to get tight. And you'll notice that your arm tightens up and then it's more going to be like an 8, 9, or 10. And then you can recall that feeling, and that works a lot better than telling yourself to be loose, because I'm sure you've tried that and that usually does not work. So the looseness dial is extremely effective, and I highly recommend that you give this a try.